Welcome back to A Taste of Bpcc. We're here today with Chef Sloan. I'm your host, Alex Richardson. What are we making today, Sloan?
Well, we're making this dish called couscous with chicken.
Couscous with chicken, all right. So what's the first step to get started?
The first step to get started, get all your ingredients.
All right, what we got?
All right, we have this really neat dry rub. I cannot reveal its recipe, so you can use a dry rub of your choice. There's olive oil. You can use this while cooking the chicken and while making the couscous. We have this delicious water. We also have some cheese, Parmesan and mozzarella. Just 1 cup of couscous.
All right, so what's the first thing that we apply? We're going to start with slicing the chicken, or we're going to start with the water?
First thing we do, we don't slice the chicken until it's fully cooked.
Oh, okay.
First thing we do, we get the dry rub all over.
And this is a dry rub of your creation?
Yes.
All right.
That is why I cannot reveal its name or its, well, creation
You gotta
technique.
keep it secret. But for you at home, you can use whatever dry rub you want for this kind of meat.
Okay, the thing we need to do is get the dry rub all over the chicken. You can start off by scooping it into a pile. You can start off by wringing it around and placing it in like this, then this. But after all that's said and done, you still need to cover it all the way.
Okay.
All right, I'm putting this all over the chicken, sort of dusting it off.
All right.
Gotta get more of this amazing dry rub.
So you definitely want a fully coated chicken that when you
Yes.
throw it into the oil, it gets a nice crust on it, it gets a nice glaze on it.
Yes.
All right.
And the good thing about this dry rub is you don't really need a sauce.
Oh, okay. Why is that?
Well, this dry rub, as I said, it's my own creation, but it creates its own sauce. Like the fat in it, like fat in the chicken, will literally create the sauce.
All right, that's something I cannot wait to see.
Excuse me. Gotta turn on the fire.
Get the heat going, definitely. Looks like it's already bubbling.
That is because I had already applied the oil.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you don't have a non-stick pan, I highly suggest using oil. If you have a non-stick pan, still use the oil.
That's there quick.
Yeah. After it heats all the way up, have it about medium heat
All right.
while you're cooking it. The thing I like to do is look at it at an angle to see about, can you see it? To see about where halfway through gets white.
And how long do you think this would have to cook for?
About 7 minutes overall.
Okay.
The flip is about 3 minutes in, 3.5.
So is this something that you want to basically keep your attention on, or is this something that you could throw into the skillet and then move on to something else?
You have to keep your attention on it because sometimes it cooks faster, sometimes it cooks slower.
Ah, all right.
Yeah.
Don't multitask on this one.
Yeah. Or have more people with you. Let's see. Oops.
I'm starting to get some smoke there.
Yes. If it starts to smoke,
It's time to flip.
no, actually, if it starts to smoke, that means your oil is getting too hot.
Oh, okay.
As you can see, the smoke has gone down.
That's always a good sign.
Whenever it starts smoking, always remember, don't leave it on the heat.
Throw it away.
Don't throw stuff on it. Just take it away from the heat. Now, how long has it been? About 3 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
So, whenever you're cooking chicken,
Okay.
the thing you want to make sure is that it's white all the way through. If there's no white in the center of the chicken, if it's still gooey and sort of pinkish red. You always want to make sure that it is working.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't want to eat raw chicken.
If you eat raw chicken, you get stuff like salmonella.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. All right. As you can see, the chicken, the outside is white.
Mm-hmm.
Took a little bit shorter time than I thought it would. But there's always one way you can make sure that it's actually cooked.
Oh, what's that?
Cutting into it.
Oh, of course.
Can you move that over?
Move this whole thing?
Yes, the whole pan.
There we go.
Take it off the heat. That's the wrong way. Then afterwards, place it on the cutting board, like so. If it's not cooked all the way through, sorry, if it's not cooked all the way through, you can easily just throw it back on the skillet.
All right.
The quickest way, though, cut as far into the center, well, close to the center you can. See how beautifully white that is?
Yeah, that's pretty well cooked.
Yes. You can have many different ways of cooking chicken, but the constant has to be white.
Okay. So what's the next step?
Well, the next step is to get the plates ready. These are two sort of large plates, as you can see, two, but it's good for the customer. They'll want to eat more. The first thing you want to do is make sure the chicken is presentable. So, cut it into strips. If I can get my knife right. About half an inch apart.
So we're gonna have about 3 pieces of chicken per plate?
Yes.
All right.
Well, depending on what type of chicken you use.
Right.
If you use the chicken that's breast, like chicken breast, it's going to be depending on the size of the chicken breast, it's 3 to 4 pieces. If you use thighs, it's a little bit more, about 5 pieces, depending on the size as well. Let's see. To make it look delicious.
All right. So then
Now,
we move those to the plate?
Yes.
All right. Throw the couscous with them.
All right. And this is the beginning of the chicken platter.
All right. So what's next?
All right. We need to cook the couscous now.
All right.
Excuse me. With couscous, you need, if you're cooking large amounts, a saucepan. Now, here comes the couscous. 2 cups of water.
All right. And do we bring that to the boil before or after we add the couscous?
Usually you bring it to a boil before you add the couscous.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add the couscous. And we'll be doing that right when we get back from our break, and we'll see you back on A Taste of Bpcc.
I teach a wide variety of things, including film editing, directing, documentary making, lighting. I fell in love with art as a young child, and it's just always something that has stuck with me.
You know, I love the whole process of going on set, going back into the editing room, telling a story. That's what I really love about film.
I got laid off from my job, and I figured this was the perfect opportunity to go to school to get a degree for it.
As a kid, I was really into geeky stuff. I couldn't think of anything else that I would rather do.
They really provide you with the equipment and you know, the necessary tools in order to, you know, advance in a career, especially in communications field.
Well, one thing that really drew me to video production especially is it's just a way to reach people. And as someone who likes to communicate with other people, I felt that mass communication, especially broadcasting, was a tool that I could use.
You get some hands-on experience. They've got good stuff to work with. They really know what they're doing, and they're willing to pass it on.
When our students leave Bossier Parish Community College, they are equipped to get a job immediately, or they can move on to a 4-year degree.
Welcome back to A Taste of Bpcc. We're back with Chef Sloan. What we got? Where are we going?
Well, let's see.
I guess we should mention we went ahead and started cooking the couscous off camera. Takes a little bit, around 10 minutes, but we're good to go now.
We add the cheese when it's almost done, like right now.
All right, perfect.
Let's see.
You said that's a mixture of Parmesan and mozzarella?
Yes. All right. Now we take it off the heat.
Okay. Yes. It's like a fancy macaroni and cheese.
Well, yes. Yes, it is. Since this pan is still hot,
Okay.
we always wait until it's almost done cooking to take it off.
All right.
If it's done cooking, we'll overcook it.
Right.
All right. As you can see, it looks delicious.
It does. So we go ahead and just add this to the plate.
We gotta wait like 30 to 40 seconds. Let's say that.
And let it cool down a bit.
Yes.
All right.
During that time, you always want to move it around.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it might make it look weird on the spoon, but
You don't want it sitting too long. And
you don't want it sitting on the metal too long and
Right.
burning. As you can see, steam. That is all the water getting out. All right. Yep. After we wait it that long, while moving it, as you can see now it mostly sticks. Yeah, mostly sticks to the spoon. Which means it'll mostly stick together.
Okay.
Yes, those are cheese threads.
Gooey, gooey, delicious cheese threads.
Yep.
So just pop it down right in the middle.
Yep.
All right.
There we go. This, my friends, is our dish.
All right. So how would you say we best tackle this beast?
Best tackle the beast? With our mouths would be good.
All right. Then I will take a bite. Still mouthful. All right. Thumbs up.
Om nom nom.
That's really good. Tastes a little sweet. I like that. But yeah, so this was a Taste at Bpcc with your host Alex. This is your chef Sloan, and thanks for cooking with us today and stay in the kitchen.